everybody. I was so excited to be here and happy that you invite me to be here today and talk about the Amirim program. I was a teacher for 14 years, and 12 years ago, I left teaching children. I very much to teach children, but in our system, like 14 years ago, it was very hard to me to create things, to do other things that I dream, to teach not in the traditional way. And my principal said, Iris, you can do everything you want, but you have to be on standard. You have to give marks, and was like that in Israel. Today it's different, and thanks God. And I was like, and 12 years ago, I met Amirim program, and Amirim program born with me, and I born with the program. Today we talk about this program, which every school can have this program. It's not that hard. You need budget, but you need heart of people that can have dream and do other things for children and for themselves. As what is the meaning of Amirim program? That's okay. Okay. Amirim program means the top of the tree. You can see the translate in your language. And we believe we have maximized all the abilities of the outstanding children to raise them and to be on the top, and also to take other children the skill to be on the top. And I call to my lecture, students and teachers take each other over and over to a new unknown field. This is a Amirim program. You know how you start. You can never know what's going to be in the end. I want to start from the end. Here you can see what students say about Amirim program. Amirim is like a pastry. You cannot know what's inside from the outside. You can read other saying. You demand a lot of us, but we demand more from ourselves. Usually in the regular system, we give them the knowledge. In a Amirim program, they have to produce their knowledge. This is what teachers saying about Amirim program. It's hard to think what I'm going to read right, but it's the truth. Here in Amirim, there is room for freedom. Without guillotine, this sit on my neck all the time. This is what I felt. All the standards, all the mark, that on my neck. I want to look for other things. And if I was a teacher now, and I have a Amirim program, maybe I stay with the teaching children, okay? So our journey is going to be on the Amirim program, and how the role of the teacher is changing from a teacher to a mentor. In our Amirim program, you lead the children in the beginning, but they can lead you later. And I'm going to talk about the goals and the principal methods of the action. And Menachem told about the professional development in Amirim program, so I just touched it a little. I will show a couple numbers of Amirim data, and then some finding of our evaluation research. So let's go to our journey. You know this from Dr. Seuss, probably. So we believe, as Menachem also talked about, we need something else. You can have the same suit for everyone in the school. And also, those children, the outside children and the gifted children, need something for the side, for their abilities. And also for the teacher. Also, teacher needs something. Outside children are very challenging also for teachers. So, what are the population of our program or the outside children? As Menachem said, in a Amirim program, you have group of children. Could be from 12 to 18 children, not all class. How many children you have in classes here? 25. So in Israel, you can have 35. In my class, it was 40, because the 41, it was the limit. Imagine, 41 children, okay? Outstanding, gifted, and all the other children with different abilities. So in a Amirim program, all the groups, I say 12 until 18 children, some of the children are children which are in our programs outside of school, the gifted and outstanding children, which Menachem talked about. The other children, it's children that the school recommends them like outstanding children. You know, you make the test, and all the children which have high levels in the test, in mathematics, science, and everything, they are in our program. Our program is not for specialized subject, as you can see later. If you have children with high marks in mathematics and low marks in science, or high like in other subjects, it's never mind. You have to be outstanding all of the things, because in a Amirim program, there is an enrichment courses in every subject. But it's not enough to be outstanding. You need motivation, you need patience, you need to be with good behavior. We had a lot of the parents who said, why my child is not in my Amirim program? I said, your child, okay, is excellent, got 100 in everything, but his behavior is not good. It's a model. To be in our program is a model for excellence, model of motivation, model of responsibility. So if you have those things, you can be in our program. So who are the teachers in the program? My experience since I left school is not only in a Amirim program. On my other hand, I was a lecturer in a teaching college. And you know, you teach teacher how to write programs. But in a regular school, I don't know how here is it, but you get everything ready, and you get with a guidebook, and you get this book, and you know what to do, you read and you do it in the class. But in a Amirim program, you have to write your own curriculum, which a lot of teachers, it's very, very hard to them to write a new curriculum with nothing you can have. I will say, what can we get? But you have to invite everything. And in very hard thinking, our courses in Amirim, which I show you later, are not written and published because we thought that every teacher write his own courses. We can show them some courses which other teachers develop, but we want them to put the heart in their courses. So the teachers have to be, know that they have to be hardworking in a Amirim program, teaching with open mind, to work with gifted children, outstanding children. They make you challenging to do other things in the classes. Our program is based on Renzulli Enrichment Model, which said that gifted children and outstanding children can learn in 3 types. Every type that you can see in this, it's 1 year. Type 1 is 1 year, type 2 is 1 year, and type 3 is 1 year. So if I take children, which is elementary school, and is in 4th class, so you have to be 3 years in our program because it's all model. So the type 1 in a Amirim program means to explore the children to subject you never maybe met before. It could be from every subject, every field. It can be a dream of a teacher. They want to do something else very different from the regular system. And teachers in Amirim are very creative. You can see in science, you can see something in physics, chemistry, or mathematics, but it's not the regular curriculum. If a teacher show me his program, and I know all the program, because I have experience in all the program, and even that I'm not specialized in science or in other program, I will look and open the books of the program and see if it's in the regular curriculum. Okay, go back home, sit again on your program, write it again without notice to the regular curriculum. We want to give our children something else from the regular curriculum. This is the main point of Amirim, and it's very hard. And I don't want the teacher that if the child is the 4th grade to give him something that will be in the 6th grade. No, you cannot take something which is later you will get. We want you to give him something else. So also in humans and social science, we have courses in history and geography and courses of art, you can see later. And also interdisciplinary courses. You can learn like mathematics with science, art with science. I love those courses. And I want all the teachers with indiscipline in our courses. So we need the spark in our children. But once we are Amirim, the spark is also in school. Spark is also in the teacher. You can see some explore courses here. like myths and wisdom. We want creative names for our courses, toy courses, and courses about code, which name is Code, and the children over there built escape room on Alice in Wonderland. It takes them a whole year to build this escape room. How many children do have these things in the regular system? This is the main point. You can open the mind to other things. This is very, course, one of the course that I like. The children in this course research all the things about this little red, and they show during the research why it's different. Why she's looking this book like that, why she looks in this book in another way. So if they read the history of those things, and they find something very interesting. So this is Amirim, to open the mind. But the children lead you. You can never want, and you have a privilege. If you build a course, and you go to the course and found one of the subject is not interesting, you can stop it. Okay, let's go to another subject in the course. And if one of the subject is very interesting, okay, let's work on it for 2 months. I never had this privilege in our curriculum regular. I have to do book by the book every time. So in those courses, every teacher which develops an enrichment course, you have to look for the cognitive skills, like solving problems, creative thinking, emotional. Menachem taught about the emotional tics. Social life, we taught those children how to cooperate, how to do things with others, how to present themselves. They have a lot of knowledge, but if they have to stay on the stage and to talk to other people, some of them are shy. So all those things we do in also the courses, and courses with values. We want them to be in the real life. Every course, whatever is mathematics, science, everything, there is a dilemma in those courses. So we want them to try to do that. This is one of things that we call it the layout. Our teacher can write his program. First, if I don't know how much you can see, but this is, I try to put it. First, you have to be the rationale. Why your course is good for excellent children, for excellent children. If it's nothing, if it's like the regular class, so why you write this course? You have to make your reason why this course is good for excellent children, alternate children. Then, what's going to be the creative in your course? And what are you going to do in your course? All this, you have to write your name and everything, and you give it to the instructor, which in the school, every teacher has instructor. I also have teachers that I help them to write courses, and we help them, but they're different. We help them only on the basic and the pedagogies of how to teach children, gift outside children and gifted children. I will not say, okay, take this is good for you in your mathematics. No, I was discuss with him, okay, you want to do this. What skills it will develop? This is, I give him the basis, and then when from the basis you have to go around. This is the headlines of our layout also. So you have to write what the unit. When we start Amirim, teacher in our program have to write all the units since 1 of September until the end of the year, until June. We found out that it's very hard to teacher to write all the program. And also it's not good for the children because the children let you back around. So now we decide when teacher have the course, you have to write for 3 months. I give it back, give him remarks, talk with him, we're going on, see what's good for him, good for the children. In regular system and regular program, you know the children. Okay, you don't like this subject, okay, never mind, it's okay, never mind. In a marine program, you can do it. And other things, you have to write the subtopics and the way you're going to teach them. If I see that a teacher write me, okay, discuss in the class. That's it. What about games? What about dilemmas? What about give them to research in your class? What about if you know the jigsaw? What about lectures of the children? I want to see in these things how you not the traditional regular things. different things, create other things. I don't know, everything which not the regular things. So you have to think very hard about this. And what skills could be? Solving problem, creative, and everything. And you can see a court, enrichment course which called the court. So this teacher wants to talk about the children, the difference between will and rights. So here, little example, what she wrote about how she's going to deal with the children. So she said, we work in groups. Each group would require to identify what the difference between will and rights. And she wrote all and everything is what's going to be. But you can see about the thinking process. This is important to me because every activities, I have to ask the teacher what is behind, why you did it. If you have no reason with high thinking, just look for something else. And this in this court, in this especially what I show you now, she wants to be to compare for other things and to make conclusion and everything. The type 2, if children got, like children in the 4th grade, like science and art, in the type 2 of the learning, you can choose what you like. I like very much art, so I'm going to deep in the art. What's mean deeping in this in type 2? Deeping is mean that I have to learn the skills how to make a research. Because in a Amirim program, the type 1 is to explore to a subject, to a field. Maybe you know the field before, but now you know more because you have 1 year to explore. The 2nd year, I want you to try to be a research, and I give it a skill. What is a good subject for research? How you make a good question for research? What are the things you give for data? You make review, when question, how you do all these things? How you write your conclusion? But the difference in a Amirim program, I don't want the children in the end will write everything and give him like a book. I want to make a clip, a movie, like TED, everything which is different from the regular school. I don't want a poster. Poster you do in the regular school. I want something creative. And children and students in Amirim, they creative things. And Menachem told about giving back to the society. Every course in Amirim have to be the end in something the children giving back to the school or to the community. If you do it for something for yourself, we don't want it. We give you hours, and I will tell you later how it's done in the school. We want you to give back to the community. So here you can see something of the type 2 children. We taught them how to present themselves and how to give lectures and everything because we want them to do it in the end of the regions. The difference between type 1 and type 2, that in type 1, students are working a lot. In type 1, teacher is working, but it's between the children take the children take the teacher take the children. In type 2, the teacher teach them the skills of research, but you can never know what the research is going to be. This is what I said before of the beginning. You can never know what's going in your course. The children can find out a subject. They are not an expert in the subject, but you have to go with them and you learn with those children. This is something that's very hard for teachers. Oh, really? They want to research this subject in art because that's where I remind this subject in art, but I'm not specialized in this subject. So you can learn with the children. They will lead you on. You will open your mind in other things. This is a privilege also for the teachers, I would say. So we can use some product of Amirim after a little research they make in the type of 2. This is like in a court. This is we have a city in Israel. It's called Netanya. There is a nice beach over there, and they make a trip over there. But it's after research because they make a research in the population of Netanya and ask them what is the main things to visit in Netanya. And after they make the question, have the data things, they made a trip with the code. Another example you can see, those 2 children are a research board about culture, music culture, and they compare about everything. Some of the children or make a return about the physical things, physical disabilities. Our school make the same for the children which have a disabled, like, if you have like a deaf people or blind children, what school do for this? And they make a research about this in their place. And you can see about Dr. Su's also program. Type 3. If in type 2, me as a teacher, I teach the children how to make a research, how to investigate, how to make your conclusion, and I've talked with children what's going to be their product. In type 3, it's like a teaser. They have to do by all their own. I'm just a mentor. I'm going from child to child, or from group to group. Okay, this is your question. You can say, okay, what kind of review are you going to do? Or what kind of question are you going to do? Who is your population? How are you going to write your data? I just moved each group or each child. It's different from each student for each student. If it's the hard courses, you can see a lot of subject in this course. I want every child to find his own interest subject and to make a research in the subject that he wants to do. And here you can see we want them to find maybe the research about a real problem and subject on their interest. And you can see this is all those pictures, it's a product of Amirim. And behind all those pictures, there is a big, big research, okay? This is only the product. This is some of the girls wants to know how feminist aspects are expert in the world of art. And if you know Simone de Beauvoir, she said, a woman is not born a woman, she becomes a woman. She made a research about art, and she saw that the females is repeat in every art, and she said you have to make it a little different because women are not talking the body. She saw that usually in the art you can see only part of the body of the woman, and what conclusion was that we have to change it. But what I want to show it, her teacher gave her a whole wall to write her conclusion on the wall. This is Amirim. I don't want a writing project. I want them to be creative. And this is the teacher would go with the student, and it's very nice to see it. Here you can see another example of a question of Amirim children. What can elementary school children think about music? What do elementary school children think about old people? Imagine, child in 6 years old, child in a sixth class, wonder what the children think about old people? I'm a teacher. How come you get to this question? I have to go with this child and to help him to make his research, okay? So we believe that outstanding students have the potential to bring about important and social change in the community in which they live due to their high cognitive abilities. If we have those believers, we can lead them high and to bring them to the top. According to, and in addition to those courses in science or written art or mathematics, every student have to have course in social value. We believe it's not enough to do courses only the cognitive type, like Menachem said before. We want to give them courses that can discuss about the problem, discuss about how to work with other children, discuss about dilemmas, and the main things, what it means that to be outstanding. Once you're in a Amirim program, I wrote you here, you are outstanding. What a problem. One of the students told me, my parents want me to go to afternoon, to everything, to music, to sport. I don't want. I want to go only to sport and to be with my friends. But because I have a lot of abilities, they want me every afternoon to go to another courses. And she took these things and brought it to the group, and we discussed about things. How can we help her? And maybe we talk with parents, because she wants to be a regular child in the afternoon. One course is enough for her. So I find these things on Christopher Robin. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. This is what we want to give those children in those social courses. And how it works. In elementary school, children got 5 hours in a week. 2 hours like a science course, and 2 hours like in maybe art course, and 1 hour is the social course. The courses are in the end of the day. We don't want the children to go out from lessons and to go to a Amirim program. So if you want a Amirim program in your school, you have to make a big schedule. They will stay after the regular system and after the children going home, and they stay 5 hours in the week in elementary school. In junior high school, they stay 3 hours because they're busy. So they get only one course, like a science, and one course in a social. So it's very hard for some of the children because to stay 5 hours during the week, more than the regular children, it's sometimes not that easy. But most of them are like it because it's very interesting. It's different from the regular. They cannot go to school in the morning because they are ill, but they come in the noon to a Amirim program. But also for the teacher, it's not that easy to stay at the end of the day after 5 hours, 6 hour teaching, and to be with those children, we are very challenging. But we find ourselves that also the teacher and also the children find that everyone is satisfied, even that although they're difficult. Here you can see a project of religious girls. They took a station and made a library in those stations. And in the other picture, you can see they recommend about books that people can read. And you see it's a mess. It's a mess because people use it. So. Now I want to show you a little movie about Amirim. You put it before. Translation in English, so you can read.
תוכנית אמירים בעצם מצווה את עצמה בעשור האחרון כתוכנית הדגל למצטיינים בתוך בתי הספר.
התוכנית החלה כפיילוט של 60 בתי ספר, וכיום בשנה העשירית יש 697 בתי ספר ברחבי הארץ, בכל המחוזות, בכל המגזרים. הוחלט לעבוד על פי המודל של פרופסור רנזולי, מודל שמטפח את התלמידים המצטיינים בתוך בית הספר.
אנחנו לומדים על איך להיות מנהיגים ועל איך להשתלב יותר בחברה.
על הערכים והרבה שפות וביטוח חשיבה. לומדת המון עבודה בשיתוף פעולה. אנחנו עובדים בקבוצות. אנחנו לומדים במחשב, חשבון, תקשורת ואומנות. בונים מצגות. אני לומד על המוח, אני לומד על איך אנחנו מתפקדים.
תוכנית אמירים בעצם חושפת את הילדים לשלושה תחומים, 5 שעות שבועיות בשבוע. 2 הם קורס מדעי, 2 הם קורס הומני, ושעה נוספת היא קורס חברתי ערכי.
זו תוכנית
שמאפשרת מצוינות אצל הילדים וגם אצל המורים. אנחנו מאפשרים להם להכיר תחומים שהם לא הכירו. תחומים של עיצוב אדריכלי, תחומים של עזרה ראשונה, של כתיבה יצירתית, חשיבה מחוץ לקופסה, פתרונות יצירתיים, עבודה שהיא אחרת לגמרי ממה שהם נחשפים אליה בחיי היום-יום.
להיות יותר חברותית ויותר להקשיב לאחרים, סוג של חופש ביטוי שאתה בעצם מייצג. אני חולם, שואף, לומד ומצליח.
כמו פטפט, שיכולה להגיע לכל מקום.
תחושה שאני יכול להצליח ושאני מסוגל.
זה מעשיר אותי הרבה, זה פותח לי את הידע, חשיבה מחוץ לקופסה.
הם מתחילים בעצם בכיתה ד' עם חשיפה לקורסים מסוימים. אנחנו ממשיכים איתו אחר כך עד לתהליך של חקר, ובתהליך החקר נעשה דבר מאוד מעניין. אנחנו משלבים שני קורסים, אנחנו יוצרים תוכנית אינטגרטיבית בעצם, שמשלבת גם כמה תחומי דעת, כמה מורים בבת אחת, ואז תהליך העמקה של החקר ופתרון הבעיות נעשה הרבה יותר משמעותי.
אני חוקר על חורי תולעת.
העבודת חקר שלי זה מכשיר שמיעה לחרשים.
אנחנו מלמדים את הילדים איך לשאול שאלות. בסופו של דבר, כשאנחנו מגיעים לכיתה ו', הילדים בונים את שאלת החקר שלהם על סמך מה שלמדו בשאלת השאלות בכיתה ד' וה'.
תלמידים בקורסי אמירים חונכים תלמידים צעירים, תלמידים שאינם בקורסי אמירים, ומאפשרים להם לראות שהכל אפשרי. מאפשרים להם לראות את הכישורים, מאפשרים להם לזהות את היכולות שלהם.
התוכנית יוצרת גם אדוות נוספות על תרבות המצוינות בבית הספר, על קידום ההצטיינות, ואת הדברים האלה אנחנו משיגים דרך פיתוח מקצועי של המורים והרכזים של התוכנית.
אחת המטרות של תוכנית אמירים היא התמקצעות של אנשי חינוך בבתי הספר, בכל מה שקשור להוראת מצטיינים ומחוננים ולקידום תרבות של מצוינות בית ספרית, בכל רחבי הארץ ובמחוזות השונים ובמגזרים השונים.
הטמעה של התוכנית בבית הספר כוללת גם טיפוח המצוינות הבית ספרית.
והעברנו את זה, למדנו מזה וחיכינו את זה למקומות אחרים בבית הספר. העצמה מאוד גדולה, אני אגיד יותר מזה, לא רק לילדים, גם להורים שלהם.
נמצאים בתוכנית הזאת גם התלמידים המחוננים של בית הספר, ובכך התוכנית נותנת למעשה מענה לנושא שנקרא המחונן והמצטיין בכיתתו, כדי לראות בצורה הוליסטית יותר את הצרכים של הילד המחונן, המצטיין בכיתה הרגילה, ולתת להם מענה דרך שיעורי אמירים ובאמצעות מורים שעברו את השתלמויות אמירים בכיתה הרגילה.
תוכנית אמירים, המטרה הגדולה שלה היא להגביה את הרף, כשמה כן היא האמירים, לשאוף למעלה, לכוון גבוה ולהוביל תרבות של מצוינות בכל בית הספר. אנחנו מדברים על איגום משאבים ברמה העירונית, ואפילו במקרה שלנו של באר שבע, ברמה המטרופולינית.
לאורו של כוכב הצפון הזה אנחנו הולכים לפתח מודלים בית ספריים למצוינות והצטיינות, שמהווים מקור להשראה, השפעה על חיי הילדים, המורים, קהילת בית הספר והיישוב כולו.
אני רואה את התלמידים שלנו בעוד כמה שנים במעבדות מחקר, בתפקידים מובילים, על השטיח האדום, מקבלים פרס נובל, וזוכרים מאיפה הם התחילו.
So, probably you're impressed about all the project and all the kind of subject our children can do in a Amirim program. These are very little things of what they can do, but you see a lot of things, and just we have to lead them to the path. This is what I told you before. This is how I look like a child which is like in a 4th year grade in school, The number 1 is like in the fourth class, the 2 is like in the 5th class, and the 3 is like the 6th class. And here you see in the first class, like when it's in the 4th grade, it got 1 social, 2 courses, in maybe in science or maybe in art. In the second of the type 2, like it's in the 5th class, you can have 1 social course, 1 maybe science course, and to deep in type 2 in another course that you're very interested inside. And in the 3rd year, was in the 6th grade, you have to be the social course, also 1 social course, type 1, and he make a research in the course that he chose before. This is our model, and this is the model for Renzulli, which a big theoretical in educate in gifted children, outstanding children, and this is the enrichment model. And this model, I think every school can have. It's not that big to do it. Only you need a principal with a passion, teacher with a passion, children who want to stay out of in the noon after the regular studying, and it works. So, what are our goals? You also could see in the movie. I ask myself, if I'm a teacher in a Amirim program, and I have a course in a Amirim program, when I go to a regular class, did I take something from my course to the regular class? Did I teach the children in different ways, all the children? Did I teach the outside children differently because I have experience of a Amirim program? This is one of the goals. The reason that we don't want teacher outside from the school is we want that if it's in the school, it stay in the school. And if you take somebody outside from the school, it will not stay in the school. All our teachers in a Amirim program, I teach them how to teach outstanding children. I want them to do it also in the regular class. And Menachem told about this before. Gifted is 24 hours gifted, and also the outstanding children. So this is the main of our program. And what school have to do to build this program in a school? First, finding the teacher wants to go on it. Not every teacher can do it. To stay in the afternoon and to lead the children and to be open-minded and change it. You go to the class, to the lesson, you have something you want to do, but the children can take you other places. So to be a very open mind for this. And as you saw, if in the first year you have art, and the second year the student choose art, so you have to go with him. And also in the 3rd year, so teacher is in a Amirim program, usually I stay 3 years because they have to lead the children from to explore for type 1 to the 3rd type and to the result of the child. Another comment of school. They have to organize all the schedule and find time for instructor like me to go to the school. If I go to the school and the principal tell me, oh, today teacher is busy, you cannot have her and to teach her today. I said, this is your community. When I come, I need all the 4 teachers with an Amirim program because I need to teach them. So she have to make the schedule also. What are coming of our division for gifted and outstanding students? We give school hours. It's a lot of money. Menachem told about the budget of our division. School have to take out those hours and put in the hours in our model. If I go to school and I see that the 2 hours is going to something else, this is my duty to see that the school take these hours to a Amirim program and not to regular classes, okay? Only to a Amirim program. But after 2nd year in a Amirim program, the principal have to find hours to open another group, because if the group is like in 4th year's grade and 5th is grade and 6th is grade, we want the principal open another groups for Amirim programs. So we give them hours only for 2 groups, I told you. But if the person wants more groups, you have to put many hours from his budget. And also Menachem told about the development of the teacher. We make a development, professional development for the teacher in 60 hours, 30 in 1 year and 30 in other year. Like you, I'm sure that a lot of teachers going to a lot of courses afternoons in their experience, like in mathematics or in science. We want the teacher also in our development, professional development things. And it's very hard to them to go to a lot of courses afternoon during the regular week. So, in every school, if we want that the program will be good, we need a coordinator. His job is to monitor all the progress in our program and to be connected with the instructor. I come to school, I sit with the coordinator, with the principal, and we talk about what it works, what is not correct, what is good, what is not good, what to do different, and etc. But the main responsibility of the program is on the manager. You have to see and talk with the coordinator what's good in our program. If the teachers are not good, we have to change it. If the teacher said, it's very hard to me, I cannot go on this program, so we talk with him and see what can do with him. If some of the children said, it's very hard to me to stay in the noon and I want to quit the program, so we have to talk with him. So all the time, we have to see what's going on, back and on. This is our professional development things. We have professional development for managers and teacher, for instructor, for coordinator, and we also, like an instructor, Menachem and all our staff are usually once in a month, we're going to professional development. Here you can see the growth of the school in our Amirim program. We started in 12 years, I told you, I was born with this program. And you see now how many, this year we're 77, and we want to go to 800. I'm so proud in this. We, in Israel, all over the places. Here you can see the school in Amirim program according to the social economic level. You can see it's almost equal, the low and the high. We also in the south, in the north, in the middle, Arab places, Christian places, regions places, every places we can go, we are there. So, and I'm proud of this because I believe that every child has equal opportunity to be in our program. In our evaluation research, we find out the most of teachers and are certified from the program, and also the principal feed that it matched the spirit and the vision of the school. If to deal with gifted children and outstanding children is not in the spirit of the school, you cannot have our Amirim program. You have to believe in it, and you have to find the budget also, and the teacher, and the fortune to do it, and the human of fortune, I mean. And most of the teachers believe that the program is a real solution for the outstanding student inside the school. This is the difference. In our programs, which Menachem talked about, children are going outside from the school to our programs. This program is in the school, because I ask myself, what we do for those children in our school, and this is one of the solution for those kids. So, maybe I will pass. And here, I put this because I think it's very right to do it. 56% of Amirim teachers report that their teaching style changed as a result of their teaching in the program and during their regular classes. It's only 56%. This research was like, I think, 4 years ago. It's not that high, but we want it to be high, and we work on it very hard because we want the teacher to teach different ways in their classes. And now nowadays it's very better. We can see the teachers in a Amirim program doing other things in the regular class because they dare to do those things. In a Amirim program, in the course, you have 12 children, maybe 16 children. You dare to do things differently, but you have to do it also in your class, and you can do it. We work on it. So what are the influence on our program? It's come to be a school life way. Principal will believe it, make it like the school way of life. And we have meeting for schools, school present each other, school invite schools to see the program. School, Austin School, we make a seminar for couple students in a particular area. Teachers from several schools planning a cruise together. This is really I'm proud of it. And next Sunday, I'm going to be in art exhibition with 5 Amirim teacher made, and you can see one of the project which will be in the exhibition. They plan the course together, and they gather together for this exhibition. And in the end, what teachers said about Amirim in a metaphor, you see those hands to go and climb up. Menachem told about the complicated things, and also these teachers say it's very complicated to be in a Amirim program. And those 2 girls said, to be in Amirim is like a treasure box. You can never know what's inside, what I told you about. This is like the teacher also. Go to the class, go to an Amirim lesson, you can never know what's going on. And other child said, Amirim program is like a lamp. So, if you want to take all the children in our school to the top, so we have to start in a Amirim program, and everything will lead them. And I want to finish with this sentence: good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better best. Because I believe that we have to do the best for us, the best of the other children, and the best for the outside and give the children. So, thank you for listening.